Hi, John Deal here again with the fourth blog vidcast for November 2010. We'll start straight away with the, hopes we're going the right thing, start straight away with the blog as usual. It's the latest 7 finds. When you go onto the blog you'll be able to select this, which I assume you're watching now because you have selected it, or a podcast, or you can read it as a blog. So first things first, the first find today is the e-learning coach. It's basically addresses the problems that some people have when writing audio. It's different from writing worksheets, etc. If you're considering doing podcasts or you're having trouble making the transition from eye to ear, this blog post actually provides some suggestions. So let's just go to it. The e-learning coach, the art of great voiceover scripts, as you'll see there. It goes through a number of suggestions, things like write like you speak, get to the point quickly, and so on. I think it's well worth you having a look at it if you're thinking, as I say, of doing podcasts and or vidcasts. Second find today is one that I've already tweeted about and had a lot of people go and look at. It's the Parents Guide to Facebook. It's basically for parents, guardians, carers, family, learning providers, etc. to understand what Facebook is and how to use it safely, to become better informed and to communicate with young Facebook users more effectively. More importantly, I think, is that if anything does go wrong, we want the children to come to us. As the internet becomes increasingly social and mobile, such guidance and support are ever more key to a young person's well-being, social media and technology. So if you go on to the website, bear with me, you will find the article about it and a link to download the 32-page PDF. You can also have a look at what they recommend as privacy settings for teens, checkbox by checkbox, and there's a whole load of information, as you can see, on that particular page. Third find, writing seems to be coming in a lot in this particular vidcast. Can Teach is basically writing prompts or journal topics, and I think it's aimed perhaps, or could be used by functional skills practitioners who would like to encourage daily writing but struggle to find good writing prompts that will engage the creative and critical thinking skills of their learners. So all you need to do is to go on to the site, which I will do now, and just scroll down and choose one that you want to have a look at. So there are things like what is, what if, scroll down a bit further, what do you think, and then just what, miscellaneous questions, how, and so on. So if we just take one of these at random, what effects does watching violence have on people? Okay, that's just a random example. Let me just take another one randomly. He says, just clues. What's your idea of a dull evening? Sitting here doing a vidcast, perhaps. No, that's not fair. As I say, it's a site which hopefully many practitioners will find useful. Once the learners have finished doing their writing, of course, functional skills practitioners or other practitioners could use the same prompts for debates, discussions, to develop communication skills. Well worth having a look at. Fourth find is a manual from Make Use Of, and like most of their manuals, they're free and they are good quality. And it's basically about Dropbox, and Dropbox is more than just a way that you can access your files, whatever device you happen to be on, your desktop, your mobile, your iPhone, whatever. It's also something that you can use for file sharing, backing up your data and controlling your computer. Again, if I go on to the PDF that's downloadable, You'll see the guide here, and as we scroll down the page, he says, just bear with me, you'll see let me just zoom in. You'll see the sort of things that are in there. There's an introduction to Dropbox, there's how files are synced, the web interface, file sharing, online backup, advanced Dropbox tricks that includes things like using it as a remote control and syncing wikis and to-do lists and other such things. Okay. Again, a useful document, and I'm sure it will actually engage some of you to actually think about using Dropbox, because if you're not, perhaps you should be. Fifth find is not a find as such. It's basically saying to you, our latest publication, volume 10, issue 1 of the e-learning focus printed newsletter is available for you to actually use on our website. I've also changed this slightly because I've embedded some shelves with the actual page previous newsletters on as well. So if I go back, you'll see that we can actually turn the pages in the magazine, and if we click on one page, then we can actually have it full screen, and you can click the pages again to turn them, etc. Okay, let's just zoom back out again. The sixth find was from FE News, and it's really looking at litigants, serial litigants, and it's basically an article with a video clip from fenews.co.uk looking at how FE sector, the learning providers, work-based learners, etc., could be vulnerable to sort of court cases unless they are sure that their recruitment practices, get to that in a minute, are watertight. And again, there's the article that you can read with the links always at the top of the page that I'm talking, and the video clip that is from Jenny Wilson. Okay, from Pinsent Masons, talking about a particular court case. And last but not least, we have Dr. Rankin, who's a professor of history at UT Dallas in the United States. She wanted to know how she could reach more students and involve more people in class discussions, both in and out of the classroom. She'd heard of Twitter, and she collaborated with EMAC, that's the Emerging Media and Communications Department of the Arts and Technology, and they have produced a video. The video, he says, going to the wrong page again, the video itself is on YouTube, the address at the top there, and it's something again which I think you would enjoy. That's all from me for this particular 7 finds. I hope that there is something there for all of you, and I'll talk to you again and or do a vidcast like this for you to watch when I found 7 more. That's all for today.